So before this video gets started, I just want to say I know that the quality is not that great and it's not focused on my face. I'm really sorry about that. Um, you know, if it bothers you too much, I guess just don't watch the video or, you know, I'm not doing anything visually important, so you can just listen if you want to while you're doing something else. It's not that bad. It's not like blurry. It's just not focused. You can still see me. It just looks a little um, not clear, I guess. So sorry about that. I'll definitely do better in the future. I'm thinking of ways already to kind of move around this. Maybe not use my camera, maybe just use my iPhone. Oh, there's like my eyebrow. Uh, but really sorry about that. So, in the future, this won't be happening. So, um, yeah, besides that, enjoy the video. Hi guys, so it's me, Bailey. I know all you guys know me because it's pretty much just going to be all of my friends watching this because I get asked so many questions by you guys and I just want to try to answer them. But, unfortunately when you guys text me, it's impossible to give you as much detail as I kind of want to really ensure that I'm giving you the best answers possible. But, um, you know, I'm just going to introduce myself anyways, just in case someone random finds this video and they're like, who is this person? So, my name is Bailey Marks, I'm 18, and I'm from Illinois. Um, and today I'm going to be talking about my health journey during this quarantine is when I really started to start my health journey. And if you see me looking down, it's because I have notes. I really want to make sure that I hit some key topics because I want to answer as many questions as possible that I know I get asked. So, um, you know, all you guys have been asking me, like, what can I do to get healthy and fit? What did you do? You look so great, stuff like that, and I really, really do appreciate it. So thank you so much for, like, noticing, for saying stuff. It really makes me happy to hear that other people are noticing my improvements as well. But um, when you guys ask me, like, what should I do? What do you recommend? It's hard to kind of explain. And when you ask me what I do personally, it's also hard to explain in text messages or anything like that just because, I didn't do just like one little thing and poof, here I am. But that's what I'm going to be talking about today. So, starting off, I would say my journey with health and wellness, as I like to call it, really began in March of 2020, right when the pandemic started to hit. Now, if we go back a little further to January of 2020, that's when I really started working out, and I'm sure it was probably a New Year's resolution, and I can't really remember, but I'm going to insert some pictures, if possible, of myself from that time, so you can kind of just get a starting point of what I used to look like. Now, I know most of you know what I used to look like, but a lot of people have told me that after I've changed so much that, and I've asked them, like, why didn't you say anything before, like when you knew I was really overweight? And they said, it's all we knew. We didn't really know to say anything. It's just how we knew you. And, I'll get into that later, but that's really true. What they say, when you know someone is one way, you don't really expect them to be any different way. And it's not like you want to mention their flaws, because to you it's not flaws, it's just the way they are. But, so, I started working out in January, but didn't make any changes to my lifestyle besides that. So I didn't do any diets, I was still eating crappy junk food all the time, just eating as much as I wanted and whatever I wanted. And so I really didn't start to lose weight until March. So that's where I like to start my story, because that's when I really went into it. I was working out good, not just whenever I found time, when I was like, oh, I should go to the gym today, once or twice per week. Instead, now I'm going to be doing a lot more exercise, 4 to 7 days per week, eating healthy, making conscious efforts to improve my diet. So when I first started in March, I was 260 pounds, and I'm about 6 foot tall. I think I was still 6 foot tall back then, maybe a little bit less, but probably the same. It hasn't been that long. So why I started working out and eating healthy, I think that's really a personal thing, and I think when people come to me and they ask for advice, I want to say, don't do it because you want to impress other people, you know? And at first I was like, I want to get skinny, I want to get fit, because I want other people to see me and be jealous. But then when I really started getting into it, and now especially, I really realized that I don't care what other people think, When I was obese at 260 pounds, did I care what other people think? No, not really. So, if I'm getting fitter and fitter, I definitely don't care what other people think. You need to find a place in your heart to realize this is what I'm doing for me. I want to look hot because I want to look at myself in the mirror and be like, damn, dude, you look smoking hot. But I do it for me. I don't do it for anyone else. I know people are watching, waiting for my next move, waiting for my next achievement, and I love that. That doesn't bother me at all. If I can inspire other people, and people tell me I inspire them all the time and motivate them to work out, that is so awesome. I'm so glad that people get that inspiration from me. But, you really have to find a way to look at yourself when you're first starting off and say to yourself, I'm great the way I am, unless you're really obese or you're really uneating healthy and you're feeling the side effects of it, you need to think to yourself, I'm great the way I am, but I think my life would be better, or I would be healthier if I made some changes, or, I'm not really happy with the way I look, so I'm going to change that, but I'm going to change it for me. And I think that's just really important to keep in mind. Do it for yourself. Don't do it for anyone else, okay? So why I started was basically that I decided, I can't keep going on like this. I'm 260 pounds, and I was, oh God, how old was I? Wow. I think I was 17. 17 when I first started. I was like, I'm 17 years old. I'm 260 pounds. This is not okay. It's not good for my health. I'm feeling the side effects. I feel slow. I feel heavy. And it just wasn't good for me anymore. And I decided, you know what? Year after year, I keep telling myself, I'm going to change. I'm going to have a beach body. I'm going to go to the beach and take my shirt off. And this year, 2020, I decided, no more fooling around. Let's make it happen. And that's what I did. I am proud to say that I am now about 178 pounds. So that's about an 82-pound difference. And I'm not done. I still have ways to go. And it's not a journey that's going to end. And I'll talk about that later, about why you can't expect your journey to end. But if we're going to talk about what I started doing and what I would recommend for other people to do starting off on their journey is, one, make a goal. What is your goal? Are you trying to get fit? Are you trying to get lose weight, get lean? Are you trying to just improve your diet because your workout schedule is already good? That's what you really need to figure out. And so for me, it was diet and exercise. I wasn't having any exercise, or almost none, and my diet was awful. I was eating whatever I wanted: pizza, chips, popcorn, sushi. Popcorn's actually not that bad. You get very kind, but whatever. Candy, all that type of stuff. Processed foods, junk food, cakes, candy, all that type of stuff. And I just didn't care about how much I ate, when I ate it, anything like that. So I decided, I need to fix my diet. I need to work out. And I need to get my life to a point where I'm happy with the way I look. And so that's another thing, is that a lot of people don't realize that it's a lifestyle change. It's not just a diet. It's just not a couple months of working out. It's a lifestyle change. And life is in the word. So you can bet yourself that it's to improve your life, and it's something that you got to do for your life, your entire life. You can't just eat a diet for a couple months, lose 20 pounds, and then go back to the way you were eating before, because you're just going to gain all that weight right back. And I would know, because I've tried almost every diet under the sun. I tried juice cleanses, I tried apple cider vinegar, I've tried keto, I tried vegan, I tried vegetarian, I've tried sugar-free, I've tried probably all salad diet. I've tried everything you can think of. And do they work? Sure, they work. If anything is going to work if you put enough commitment to it. But what happens is when you're like, oh wow, I feel great, now it's time to go eat what I want, you're going to lose all your progress. I guarantee it. You're just going to go right back to the way you are. You're going to feel so bad about yourself, and then you're going to give up on yourself. And, it's okay because I've been there. But I don't want other people to have to go through as many trial tribulations as I have if I can kind of fast track that process and get them to a good starting point. So I decided I needed to eat better. And when people ask me, what do you eat? Now, I eat way differently than when I started eating, what, 10 months ago. If I tell you what I eat now and you try to go eat it, are you going to succeed? And I'm not saying this to toot my own horn, but you're most likely not going to succeed. And why is that? Is because I had to work myself up to where I am now. I didn't just jump right into the diet, and by diet I'm not saying I'm on a diet, but diet as in the foods I'm consuming on a daily basis because I want to and because I like the way it makes me feel. But I didn't just jump into the diet that I eat now. 10 months ago, I would have never made it. I would have failed instantly. So what I started doing is watching workout videos, working out on the patio, working out in my basement, and I could only start from like 10 to 20 minutes of workout, and I was dripping sweat by the end of it. And that's okay because I was just starting off. If you can only do a 5-minute workout at home and you're dripping sweat and you're thinking, wow, how does Bailey, and I'm just saying this because I know I posted a lot, I don't want any of you guys to feel insecure, how does Bailey run a 10K in 50 minutes? How does he run 60 minutes straight? How does he do a 60-minute HIIT workout? It's because I worked myself up to it. I didn't start there. You shouldn't expect yourself to be able to do that on your first day, So I started it with, Chloe Ting videos and HIIT workout videos, stuff like that, full body workout videos, and running. I could already run a mile. It took me about 12 minutes. Now I could run about a 7-minute mile. There's about a 5-minute difference, I'm really proud of myself for that. But you can't just expect to do it from the start. You got to understand that things take time. So along my journey, it took me a long time to figure some things out. I'm almost a whole year into a complete lifestyle change, eating entirely different than I do before. Now, I love salads. I don't want to go a night where I don't eat a salad for dinner, if I'm going to be honest with you. I've been making the best salads I've ever made recently. I'm excited every night. I'm like, man, I can't wait for dinner when I get to make myself a salad. And I'm not lying. That's one thing that I'm really big about is honesty. I have cheat days every once in a while, I try to make Sundays my cheat days when I take rest days. Today I'm actually taking a rest day from working out because I went so hard this week that I'm so sore that if I tried to work out, it would do more harm to my body than good. That's something else that I realized. If you're working out, especially when you're first starting, you work out 1 or 2 days and you think, oh, tomorrow's going to be a great workout day, and then you wake up that next day and you're sore. Don't push yourself. You're going to end up hurting yourself and having to take more time off from working out than you originally expected, and then that really puts a damper on your parade, So take the time, don't push yourself, make a conscious effort to eat better. So when I first started off, I was eating junk food and pizza and stuff like that, and I couldn't just jump into eating salads all the time and chicken and cauliflower rice. I had to work my way into that. It took me so many months, and even almost a year into it, I'm still finding new things I like and kind of kicking out the things that I'm not really that big of a fan on. So if you can't find something that's working for you in your diet that is healthy and you're like, man, I know this is healthy, I know it's good for me, I know I probably should be eating it, but I'm just not fulfilled on it. That's okay. That happened to me. It took me so many months to find different things that were going to work for me. And when I say don't follow a diet specifically, that doesn't mean you can't have a keto meal. If you're like out of ideas for what you should eat that night and you're looking up some healthy recipes online, if it's keto, you shouldn't keep that from yourself. But you shouldn't make yourself eat just one thing, at least in my personal recommendation. And again, I'm not a professional, I'm not a personal trainer or anything like that, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. But it takes a long time to figure out what works for you, and that's okay. If you want an answer from me right now about what you should be eating, it's hard. It really is hard. I don't want to do that because everyone's body is different. Your metabolism is different from everyone else's. And that's another thing I discovered is that when I was first starting out, if I ate salads all day and one piece of candy at night, I was going to gain weight. now, since I'm so fit and active, and I eat well all the time, if I have a piece of pizza, I can wake up the next day and still lose weight if I worked out. And that's crazy to me because my metabolism used to be so slow, now it's so fast, and that's gonna be a big change for you as well if you commit to this. But starting off, if you want to ask me specifically what you should eat, like I said, it's hard. But if I'm gonna go through one thing per meal for breakfast, I would say make yourself some eggs, get your protein in, have some vegetables if possible, maybe a smoothie. Okay, that's more than one thing, but you get the idea. For lunch, maybe you have a salad, maybe you have a sandwich, For dinner, maybe you have a salad, maybe you have some chicken, maybe you have cauliflower rice stir fry, something like that. And for snacks, Skinny Pop. I love Skinny Pop right now. Popcorn, trail mix. Not all trail mix is good. Trail mix can actually be pretty bad for you if you don't get a good kind, but that's besides the point. And a lot of those things are the stuff I'm eating now, so don't expect to be able to eat that full day's worth of stuff every day for forever. If you're eating pizza every night of the week and you're trying to transition over to eating healthier, you should still be eating some pizza, because if you go cold turkey, eventually you're going to end up binging, and then you're going to feel so bad about yourself. I guarantee it, because I did that. That happened to me, and I don't want you guys to experience that. Have balance, especially when you're first starting off. It's not going to be 90% clean eating, 10% here and there. It's going to be a lower percent. Maybe you have to start at 50-50, then you move it to 60-40, Another thing I would recommend is find cheat days. If you are craving something, designate a cheat day. If it's a Sunday, like it is for me, personally, I don't recognize it as a cheat day anymore because I don't really get that many cravings like I used to. My cheat days consist of just eating more if I'm hungry, kind of enjoying myself and not really looking at the nutrition labels, because I'm very well versed in like what I eat already. I know what's in everything, so I don't really look at it anymore if I'm like having a little cheat day or whatever. But maybe for you, you're looking forward to having a donut, so Sunday you're gonna have a donut. Finding that balance is really important. You don't want to rush yourself into anything too fast. So as I started moving on in my journey, I started working out more, increasing my exercise time, increasing my endurance, increasing my strength, stuff like that. And I think that's important. I heard J-Lo once said that what doesn't challenge you doesn't change you, and I couldn't agree more. If you're doing an exercise and it's not hard, you're not going to see results. People don't like hard things. People like things that come easily. But unfortunately, this is just one of those areas that you're not going to get it easy. Even with your diet that you're going to be changing and tweaking, it's not going to be easy, but it will be worth it, I guarantee. So maybe each week you need to push yourself a minute further. Maybe if you're running, you need to push yourself a tenth of a mile more. Little things like that. But you need to be pushing yourself, or else you're just not going to see the results. And it's hard to push yourself. But if you push yourself even a tiny bit this week, then in 2 weeks you're going to look back and be like, wow, 2 weeks ago I wasn't doing this. And you're going to be really proud of yourself. So, when I was talking earlier, I said it's a journey without an end. And what I mean about that is, if you're just doing diets and working out as a fad to lose some weight, and then you go back to eating what you were before, you're going to gain it back. Part of weight loss and becoming fit is staying fit and keeping the weight off. And for me, it was a lifestyle change. I don't eat the food that I used to, and I know that until the day I die, I'm not going to go back to eating the food that I used to on a daily basis. I'm not restricting myself. If I really, really want a piece of pizza, I'm going to have a piece of pizza, and that's the balance I'm talking about. And I'm honest about it. I hate when people aren't honest. If I had a piece of pizza today, I'm going to tell you guys I had a piece of pizza. But if I tell you guys I had a salad for dinner and for lunch / breakfast, since I am doing intermittent fasting, which I can talk about too, is, what did I have? An apple and some fruit, and then I had some popcorn. I also had a bite of a sandwich, half of a sandwich from Panera. I'm not going to lie about it, just like that. But if I tell you guys I had a salad and a smoothie and some fruit all day, I had that, And that's not to gloat But I don't lie. If I had half a sandwich from Panera, I had half a sandwich from Panera, and I'm gonna tell people. If I had a piece of pizza, I'm gonna tell people. If I ate a whole bag of Sour Patch Kids, which I did 2 weeks ago, I'm gonna tell people. Did that end badly for me? Yeah, I almost had to go to the hospital because that's another thing I learned. When you're going at eating healthy for such a long time, and you completely pick out on things you haven't had in forever, it's not going to end well for you. And I had to experience that myself. It was really bad. I had extreme stomach pain, like vomiting. I know it's a little TMI, but it was really bad, and I never want to do it again. So, will I eat Sour Patch Kids again in my life? Yeah, sure I will, but I'm going to eat it in moderation. Everything is fine in moderation, and that's something else I had to learn, especially recently. I've been in kind of a bout. Um, so, a couple weeks ago, I wasn't eating enough. And that sounds weird. You know, not eating enough, that's not a problem for most people, you would think. But I wasn't eating enough calories, and I wasn't losing weight anymore. And I wasn't losing fat. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, what am I doing wrong? I've been pushing myself harder than ever. I don't understand. And what I actually found out through some research is if you're not eating enough calories, you're going to actually go into starvation mode, and your body's going to hold on to the fat and the weight that it has because it thinks it needs it for energy in the future. Because calories are energy, and you need enough to fuel yourself. So for me, if I'm running 6 or 7 miles, or if I'm doing an hour HIIT workout, I'm going to need more calories than people would tell me that I would to lose weight. You know, and you'll trust your body over time. So don't just be like, oh, what do I need to eat? You know, at first I don't recommend counting calories. I didn't, and that's worked for me. You know, as you go on, you're going to learn more and more about what you need to do. But make sure you're eating enough. Don't starve yourself, because that's just going to end up badly for you as well. Motivation is something that's been on my mind lately. Sometimes it's hard to stay motivated. It's hard to get up, hard to do the workouts. And today I kind of feel bad because I'm like, oh, I'm not going to do the workout. Oh, man. But also I have to realize I'm really sore. Doing the workout wouldn't benefit me. It would hurt me. So, to stay motivated, if you know you can do a workout that day, but you just don't feel like getting out of bed, tell yourself you're just going to walk. Tell yourself you're going to do one push-up. Tell yourself you're going to do one sit-up. Because I guarantee you, once you get out of bed, once you get to wherever you're going to go work out at, it is going to turn from one push-up to 10 to 20 to 30. It's going to turn from walking to running to, once you're there, you're there. You might as well just go all out, and your mind just automatically does that for you, So once you're there, you're good. Even if you only do one push-up and then go back to bed, that's better than doing no push-ups. So doing something is always better than doing nothing. Back about the journey that never ends. If you're doing a lifestyle change like I did, for me, it's not something that's going to end anytime soon. I'm going to do this until the day I die because it makes me feel good. Seeing the results makes me feel good, and it's just something that I like to do now. At first it was hard. It still is hard sometimes, but it's so worth it, and I'm really proud of myself. I lost all my weight at home. I haven't really been going to the gym. I've gone to the gym probably like 3 times just to lift weights, which is another thing. Don't deprive yourself of body strength if you're trying to lose weight. You might think that might not help you lose weight. It really does. It tones you up, makes you feel really good. Don't deprive yourself of that, because I was doing that for the longest time. I've just been getting to strength training, and I love it. I don't do it a lot, but I make sure it's in there because it's important. So that's kind of like my journey up until now, where I am now. For workouts, my max, and I feel that I'm very close to pushing my max. My max is going to be moving any day soon, any day now, whatever. So I run about 60 to 65 minutes, 6 to 7 miles. Further, if I can run outside, just because you can control the speed your body's going at a little bit more, a little bit better. On the treadmill, it's a little bit harder. You can still control the speed, but you kind of have to pick a speed and trust that it's going to be good pace for you. When you're running outside, you know your pace. HIIT workouts are my favorite. I do them as much as possible. I do about a 60-minute HIIT workout as often as possible. I'm in love with Caroline Girvan. That's Girvan, I think, on YouTube. I love her hour HIIT workout. It's amazing. It makes me sweat. It makes me feel great. My goals, I want to get down to 175 to 170 pounds. You know, I probably could get down to 160 and still be within normal limits, but I just feel like that's a little low. And then I kind of want to, I don't want to bulk up, but I want to tone myself. I want to see my muscles. I want to see abs if possible. That's not that big of a deal. I kind of have a 2-pack. Small flex, but whatever. I just want to keep pushing myself every day and finding new things I like to eat, finding new exercises, and just expanding my horizons within that area. My diet, right now, like I said, I'm doing intermittent fasting, so I don't eat until at least noon, and I stop eating at 8 p.m. Sometimes I don't eat until 2 or 3, which is kind of a struggle because now, like I said, I found out I wasn't eating enough calories. If I wait too long, then I had to struggle to get the calories in, so I don't hold on to the weight in starvation mode. And I wouldn't really recommend intermittent fasting when you're first starting out. I mean, it's not a bad thing. If you want to try it, absolutely go ahead and do it. I don't discourage it. I don't say do it. You kind of just got to try it for yourself. There's a bunch of different types. You can look up intermittent fasting, find the different types. For me, I go usually 12 to 16 hours without eating, and then I have an 8-hour window at least of eating, or at max of eating. So that's what I do. It really works for me. I really see results from doing that. I don't overeat when I do that, and that's really helpful. Just start somewhere, guys. You know, doing anything is going to be better than nothing. If you don't know what to do, if this video didn't help you at all, one thing I would say take away from it is just go and do one thing. One exercise, because your body will tell you what to do next. If you take faith in your body, if you do a 10-minute run, your body will tell you what you can do next time. And if this video didn't tell you anything at all, very sorry. I tried. But just start somewhere, do anything, and trust in your body to let you know what your limit is for next time. Balance is really key. Like I said, don't start off too strong, especially in the diet area, because one thing that I did struggle with before was binge eating. I would binge eat. I would eat healthy all day, then right before I would go to bed, I would just eat everything. And it sucked because I didn't see any progress. So definitely have balance. You know, if you're eating pizza every night, incorporate pizza 3 to 4 times a night. Not a night, 3 to 4 nights a week into your diet, because if you go cold turkey, you're going to end up going back to eating pizza every night instead of transitioning yourself to a healthy diet that's going to last longer. Other than that, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, to hit me up. You guys are all my friends. You know that, so you guys probably have my socials, my number, or whatever. Hit me up. I would be more than happy to give you any extra advice. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If there's any specific videos you guys want to see from me, let me know. I can totally do that. Other than that, I really, really hope that you guys do well in your journey. If you choose to do a journey, if you just watch this for fun, I hope you enjoy listening to what I did to get as far as I did. And I'm very excited to share with you in the future how far I get. Other than that, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned at least one thing, or got one thing out of this video. And remember... Okay, editing me back again. It's the end of the video, and my camera cut off. But what I was gonna say is to remember that the only person that you need to believe in yourself is you. And with that being said, go out, kick some ass, because you can totally do this shit.